Welcome back to another review for Nothing But Pink Miss. Today's review will be on the Ledlenser P7 flashlight. So as we open up the box, we have the model number, some specifications here and here, also 2 awards that the light has won. One of them is the IF Product Design Award, winner for 2009, which stands for the International Forum Design Award. Also shows a basic idea of how the speed focus works on the light. So we have the light itself, the sheath, which is a heavy duty nylon sheath, very nice construction with a Velcro clasp. The sides have a elastic material to keep the torch nice and snug inside the sheath. At the bottom of the sheath there's a hole, which I can only assume is for when the light is inside the sheath. You can have the light turned on, the light will flash from your belt down onto the ground so you can see where you're walking and have both hands free. The belt loop for where your belt goes. You also have a carabiner clip which can be attached to the belt loop on your pants, so when you've got it on your belt it won't move around back and forth, so it'll be attached there. Also has this clip at the back which you can take out, and I think this is for a MOLLE system, so you can attach this to your chest rig, your vest or your backpack. I've attached this to a vest, and however it did work and attach to it, it still moved around a little bit, but it's a good option either way. Also comes with a leash which can be wrapped around your hand and put on the end of the torch, so if you're walking around and you drop the torch it doesn't hit the ground. Comes with a product catalogue going into basic details of the other flashlights that are available, and this one is in German, you can get them in English, and your manual and warranties on the P7. The P in P7 stands for professional lamps, which might indicate it is a tool for law enforcement or security. Also the fact that we've got a on-off button at the back here is a very handy feature for law enforcement if they're using their torch in a low light situation and also had their weapon drawn. They can quite easily assess the situation with the torch. But having said that, it can also be used quite well for a hunting or a camping environment. The reason why I say camping is because this modular part to the front can screw off, which I'll show later, and hung up in a tent would flood the tent nicely with a white clear light. But also even just for around the house, it's a good tool. However, I would probably more say this is aimed at a law enforcement market. Ledlenser are a German company, so therefore the light is German made. Very nice quality. The overall length is 140 millimeters, a diameter of 37 millimeters. The weight with batteries included is 195 gram. The batteries it take are a 4 AAA battery, and they fit in quite nicely. The material that the light frame is made out of is a aircraft grade aluminium, strong yet lightweight. Battery life varies depending on the usage and what strength of battery you use, and also the strength of the light. So they vary from anywhere from 64 hours up to 200 hours. Has the speed focus, which we'll show in the field test. The beam length they say is 210 meters. The wattage is 4.45, and it's available in the black or in a titanium. The P7 has a nice solid feel to it with the graded grip. It also has the speed focus, which can be used with one hand, and the on-off with one hand as well. As I mentioned in the start of the clip, this leash can be adapted so you can hold it, and if you're walking around and if it does fall out of your hand, it won't drop. Also the dynamic switch, which when you push down, I don't know if we can see it that well, but we'll try. Pushing it down sets the light at 100% and 30% for the second click. But if you hold it down, that's at 130%. Now I'll demonstrate the disassembling of the P7 and the idea of the modular system that all the lead lenser lights have. Now we unscrew this top piece to gain access to the LED light itself, and as you can see right here, there is the O-ring. Also has an O-ring here and one just there. This makes the light water resistant yet not waterproof. So with this top piece off, we can still turn this on and have a very nice even distribution of light if it was hanging up in the tent or even on a bonnet for a car when working on the car, which I have used for that very reason. The LED light is a state-of-the-art Creed LED. There's a aluminium heatsink inside the LED, or just below it, which gives a lot longer burn time without overheating, which is a very good feature for the P7. Now to access the batteries, as we've seen, we unscrew this back piece, and there's that O-ring as well. The terminals here and also here and there are 24 karat gold plated, which will prevent the leaking for the batteries. Some of the accessories include an on and off pad, which is good for using on a rifle. You take this back part off, replace it with the on and off pad switch, which comes out on a bit of wire. Once it's bolted onto your frame or your stock, you have the on and off switch on, and all you need to do is touch that pad, that sensor pad, to turn the light on. You can also get a belt clip which can attach the light at a 90-degree angle or click into a 45-degree angle, so when you're walking you can have the light flashing in front of you. Also a bike mount which can be mounted onto the handlebars, and gun mount which is bolted onto or mounted onto your rifle barrel. Because this light has the LED chip, it makes it a very long-lasting torch. The fact that you have the two different settings, the full and the 30%, means that at 30% you've got a longer battery life, and it also shoots out a nice clear white full beam of light. I would consider this light to be a mid-range price light. When I bought it in Australian dollars, I bought it for 125, which is slightly more expensive. You can find them for a little cheaper if you do a bit of shopping around. They go all the way down to about $85 Australian dollars, depending on where you buy it. You can get another version which is double the price at around about $230, $240 Australian, but that's called the M7R. The R stands for rechargeable. Has the same settings, same diameter, same dimension, same layout as the P7. However, comes with slightly different features. Included is a SOS Morse code into the top, and obviously the rechargeable batteries that are inside. But overall, good value. It's a sturdy design and a good tool to have for a mid-priced torch.